What up, gamers? Fencer here, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. So yeah, I forgot where we're at the story because I did take a break. And also I I see Nuvolet's hair like twitching out over there. I don't know why. Let's continue.
I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Yeah. So what's happening now? I kind of forgot what's happening.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
What the heck? Okay. All right.
What?
So he's been. I feel like he's just. I think he's just being framed right now.
That can't be. Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you. Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Oh snap!
Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent. Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowl then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea.
So now she's making the story where they're both the where they're both guilty here.
But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime.
Jeez.
Ultimately, he knocked Cowl out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization.
So yeah, how are we gonna get out of this one here? I'm so confused. I don't know how.
Am I right, Mr. Linny?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here.
I gotta say, I do like how the Traveler's talking more here.
Is this the end of the road?
Dang. Is that it?
No. Paimon can't think of anything either. It doesn't look like there's any way around this. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
I think we've all seen enough now. And we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning. I believe this is indeed the finale. Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view,
Yo. Doublet. Chill out, bro. Chill. Chill out with your hair.
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Miss, I must ask you
he
not
chilled out.
to shout and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic?
Okay.
I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes.
Oh.
Please, do the honors, Mr. Linny, if you would be so kind.
Okay.
But what in the world is she saying?
I mean, if she can bring back the victim that was turned into water, I'm sure that she can maybe see the truth.
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often
Yeah.
conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't
the
magic
heck?
reveal the truth to them once again?
Oh, did they just place down a box?
And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Linny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula
Oh, it's them.
has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf.
Yeah, they place down the box.
But as a
magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
I actually don't know what she's cooking. I'm not even sure, but I'll let her cook.
And voila.
What the heck? Is that her?
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
Let's hear her out.
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence.
Oh snap, it's her. Is it her?
I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me. And then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl. I admit it.
Here we go, plot twist.
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one.
She kind of sounds innocent, but I'm just wonder. I'm guessing the killing was an accident.
That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before.
Yeah, I think she's definitely bad, but I don't think she meant to, unalive Cowl.
But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Lenny was the one who caught me in the act.
Hey,
Oh,
no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief.
that was her. Wow, I kind of forgot what she looked like the thief back then.
Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was onto me for sure.
Is that the prison that I went to? Because I think I was like exploring Fontaine for the first time and I just ended up in jail. One of you guys told me that.
So
Is that
I
it?
played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me.
Wait, what? Okay. Played along. And water poured on you. Okay, so I guess that part is true.
I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box.
Okay, who was that person? Oh, it's Cowl.
There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after
Okay.
the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
If they're a practiced hand at concealment, probably. A professional thief could make it work.
But I swear I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it.
So then what's up with the whole firework thing? That's like the cause of it. Did she like accidentally ignite the firework?
Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
Yeah, now it's time to refute the Hydro Archon's previous reasoning.
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lily-Ann's perspective.
Here we go, my turn. Let's see. Loopholes. Enter the tunnel. Dissolve. I guess she didn't get dissolved. Strange sound. Flower vase. What else do we have? Infighting between Linny and Cowl. Well, no, that didn't even happen at all. Oh, Cowl out. On stage accident. Well, I think I'll just read the blue ones. And how would Halsey have reacted when the water from the primordial sea suddenly began trickled in? Guessing this one? Oh,
Seems
nope.
this won't produce a...
There we go.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
So yeah, I guess Cowell is actually innocent. Because, you know, you probably just saw her. The infighting.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but it was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowell.
And then, what did Halsey do? Yeah, she changed her clothes.
Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left.
Or I guess
so
Lillian.
she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
There we go.
And it's Ace Detective time on time! Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard.
So wait, does that mean that this has nothing to do with the young woman disappearing? It's all just it's all just her, like, you know, trying to get away or whatever.
Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian had not dissolved.
Or I guess, yeah, I guess Cowell's no. I guess Cowell's still bad.
He did not know that
I don't know why.
Lillian was not from Fontaine.
It's just with the whole
but
thing,
was
like
a thief
like switching
who
over.
made her way in by stealing a ticket.
Like yeah, with the whole thing, like switching over. Like I thought Cowell was innocent, but no, he's still bad if he's expecting her to dissolve.
Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lillian back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lillian came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
Yeah, sounds like a good story, man. All right, I'll leave.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the Opera House these last 2 days.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses.
Wow.
Talk about a sneaky thief.
Okay, that's what that was about.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Okay, so that whole scene did have a meaning. I thought at first that whole macaron thing, that it was about you know, it might like lead to a hint or a clue. Just talking about, like, you know, Paimon like eating more than the other. But no, it was actually Lillian.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo! Bravo!
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
Oh, this is so weird. Because, like, you know, Farina's, as an Archon, she does feel very powerful, but then now she's on the losing side here. And it's not even, like, in combat, it's, like, through words and facts and stuff. It is interesting.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No, I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow, look at that. She's like a deflated balloon now.
Yeah.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events. The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list.
Dude, it's his right, I guess, hair strand that's like freaking out, dude. So yeah, it is Cowl. Wow.
With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks.
So he also tampered with the ropes suspending the water tank using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks.
He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box.
I can't stop looking at his hair.
When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise.
Okay, that's why she didn't turn into water. I thought maybe because maybe it just didn't work that time. Like maybe it was experimental, I don't know. With that water. But yeah, I guess you gotta be from Fontaine for that to work.
Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings.
I do wonder if he'll still be punished for that, because I don't know if that's like illegal to do or not. To find out about I forgot the name of that machine, like the core of it.
From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent. While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case at least can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Just imagine it's going against Linny. What the heck? That kind of looked like the Honkai Star Rail, like ticket thing. I thought I was about to pull someone from Honkai Star Rail just now.
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Heck yeah. I kind of forgot that Lynette was also part of it too. It's just everyone was focused on Linny.
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Let's not celebrate just yet.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Oh, so you think... you think he's also part of it too? He's also in it?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dare to bring before this court?
You think Cowell's just like the pawn and he's the master? Like is he the one, the guard, that kidnaps the young woman?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes?
Oh yeah, I guess so. I forgot about that too.
I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve.
So is the boss not Cowl? I guess not. Or even him too.
It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent mora off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about.
Alright. You turn into water. That is a bit scary. Yep, just what I said. Jeez.
And now he can no longer talk.
Okay, who's this boss man? It's actually getting a bit scary now. It's getting a bit scary now.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Alright. However, nothing is found on the scene apart from the liquid left behind after Vaughn dissolved. Man, what a trial, dude. What a story.
We're just going back now?
The problem seems to have been solved for now. We're not needed here anymore.
That's true, but...
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
Lenny...
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
You know, I didn't think the Traveler would have been, you know, this affected by him being a Fatui after child. I mean, he still helped him out, like, yeah. But like, there's still like some kind of like, you know, hatred toward the Fatui, just being associated with it. I just didn't wish to see anyone be falsely accused, and just wanted to be sure that we're square.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time.
Yeah, you just saw like Ether's face right now, like I don't know. I really thought after child, you know, since they're even on like speaking terms back in Fontaine, like the court of Fontaine, I thought maybe he would be you know, friendly to these guys a bit more.
As for why
Not
I'm
just like
obtuse,
cooperative.
it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all. That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
Father Otets. The Knave.
The knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
She's the Knave? Wait, did we know this person? I don't even know. wait, when did we learn about the Knave? I don't remember any Knave.
That's right.
And also the House of
here,
Hearth. I don't remember even
I
hearing
was
that too.
wondering,
But apparently we
would you
knew
mind
about it.
hearing a story? It's about my past.
Like, I don't remember them, like, you know, I guess, that being discussed with us.
Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Dang, I mean that's that's the sister. You can't just like give her away like that. Like especially without even Linny knowing.
Oh no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
Villains.
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person, and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave standing there in the darkness.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans. Father, I mean, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles, but she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
That's all in the past though. The knave is after the Gnosis, isn't she? Okay, so I'm guessing the knave was from the is one of the harbingers. Wow. Yeah, it's just when you know, I forgot Paimon or me, or I guess those two there. When they said she, it just sounded like we already knew who the person was, but I don't remember talking about the knave before.
She has her own plans. She has gained permission from the Sarita to first use the Gnosis' power when she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
Okay, that sounds a bit more innocent than, some other harbingers trying to get it. A more innocent use of it.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. Everyone at Hotel Bouffe d'été, including the knave, has their roots in Fontaine. And we will always defend our homeland. To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
I thought all the harbingers would be from Snezhnaya. But no, I guess that it can also be from other places too.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
I'm sorry, but I still can't completely trust you.
It's alright, I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
I understand. Goodbye. Paimon.
Bye, Linny!
And Ether really hits the Fatui. So yeah, that's it. Leave the opera house. Alright, so then what's next on our list? Think Navia's gonna stop by to talk to us? I knew it. We just never had
Hey there.
our goodbyes.
With the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Yeah, we never said goodbye to them yet, so I thought they would come in.
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too?
Well, I'm sorry, Navia.
Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
I was really only trying to defend Lenny. I wasn't necessarily looking into the serial disappearances case.
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now?
I don't know. I mean, after that whole case there, like assuming that's also part of it, related to that case, I feel like that was a we were pretty close to it. Maybe out of maybe most people. I'm not sure like if anyone else like got as close as us.
And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Ah, I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all. Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
Ah, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer. Sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia. Don't mind me. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat us as partners, huh?
Well, I just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later. Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
Well, if you say so, let's go have that meal then.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navia's treating, count Paimon in!
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the Court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer? I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
All right, then. Let's have our farewell meal.
All right. That was just Act 1. That was a long act. But a good one. Go to the workshop. Can we just fast travel there? Yeah, all the way here. Yep, we discovered this place, so we can just go there right away. Yeah, I thought that whole sequence was a lot of fun. A really cool mystery. It takes me back to like the whole thing with the dream in Sumeru City. But yeah, that was just Act 1, man. Now for the rest of the acts, ooh. Dang, I hope they're as quality as that, or even better. Because yeah, that was a good one. It was very engaging too. All right. Yeah, a very engaging act. Anyways, let's go to the next one here. And yeah, now that I'm out of the opera house, I can finally do my dailies and stuff. It's been like 2 days. I've been recording for like 3 videos straight.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
The dog wants to go out.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already.
In that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
Ooh, everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table.
You, sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
It's certainly worth celebrating. It was a pleasure working with you.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Huh? Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food. Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened?
Well, We've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
So she said organization. Okay. It's not like just one person. I thought it will be. I thought it's like just one person, but it's a group.
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never really move forward before.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking! We were so close to hearing who was behind it.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability. It's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough. Which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exist. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through, where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right?
You never know if our goal crosses paths again, maybe.
Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
We wanted to ask the Hydro Archon for some information, but we haven't had much opportunity to do so.
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon.
Yeah, I'm sure she doesn't want to talk to us after that whole mess. Unless maybe she's impressed by our abilities to beat her, like in trial, then yeah, maybe we can talk to her.
I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
I don't know. For some reason, I just have a feeling that maybe she's gonna be really bothered by her loss. Like either in a good way or bad way. Like I don't know if she's like impressed by our performance, that we can win over her, or that maybe she just wants to get like revenge against us.
Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
Because I feel like she has like an ego, and she really wants to show off and look good.
Well, would you consider some more, unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality?
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well, what did you have in mind?
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play. Don't you think?
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard.
All right, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions.
I think she'll like first thing first. She's gonna like call the guards or something, or use her godly Archon powers against us to kick out of the room.
I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
I don't know. I think she'll definitely have some kind of like, like calling the guards or whatever.
That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested.
Ah, valid point. I overlooked that part. I was just thinking about leveraging a person's desire for sleep.
How can you overlook something like that? Especially against an Archon.
All right, no more joking around. Huh. Perhaps you could. Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. It's worth a try. Would someone with her personality really feel shame?
Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all.
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Oh no.
Was this your drink? Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon. Would you like to order another?
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
I have to agree. My drink also tasted that way too.
Is that so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
I don't know why, just the name Fanta. It just sounds like Fontaine. And putting on the blacklist, it kind of feels insulting to Fontaine.
Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia.
Dog wants to go out again, as always. A lot of going in and out with my dog. Not sure if you heard that. Alright, so then... Oh my gosh, he just wants to go back in right away.
Oh, so full.
There we go.
Paimon can barely float anymore.
You could try walking, you know. Or try floating a little lower.
Can't you see Paimon's barely an inch off the ground?
Okay. As for expenses this month, we're left with...
Uh-oh. Is she not spending responsibly?
Hey, Navia, what are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
It seems that was pretty tough for her. And a pretty pricey meal, all thanks to Paimon.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your requests the highest priority. In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner.
See ya!
Okay, so what's next? Oh, started Act 2. We said goodbye, but we began something else. Go to the Fountain Plaza in front of the Opera House. Okay, we're just gonna go back there again. Okay. Alright, so yeah, what's next on the agenda? I'm not sure. I feel like we had like a straight path, like ever since meeting Lynette. And now we can just do whatever we want, I guess. Alright, here we go. What's next in the story?
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one.
Vache.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again?
Yes, and it's clear that it was during the day.
Ugh. That's kinda spooky.
Oh.
Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
That's interesting, so it was supposed to be done at night.
Vache. Vache.
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be something nasty in the water.
I can feel strong emotions. Things are getting a little blurry.
Huh? Hang on. Paimon can kinda hear a voice. It's calling for Vache, right? Hey, Traveler?
Oh.
Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Oh frick, did we just enter like a dream? I don't know if I can finish that in 5 minutes. Oh, what the heck? An Oceanid? Where's this?
Vache. Are you... my dear Vache?
I don't think so. Sue. So,
No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know where my love is?
I'm afraid not. I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm... Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know.
Well, I've fought a bunch of your kind before to get some leveling up materials.
My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten?
You were once human?
Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who has lost their form.
You lost your form.
I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim.
Lights blue water. Could that have been one of the girls who were dissolved? Oh.
I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril. No matter where I went, Vache would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me. And I also loved him equally as much. But now...
As much.
We can no longer go back. The pain of such parting. I never knew how heavy it could be.
So you need me to find him?
No. Our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember.
I believe it will be hard for him to forget you.
Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vache above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing. If only I could have comforted him, told him that I did not suffer. Indeed, I had felt a great warmth.
That means Vache was a witness to the fact that you dissolved?
Is that what you call it? Dissolving? If anything, I consider it a form of release. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety.
It seems that after the body is dissolved, some measure of consciousness still remains.
I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think.
Is that Paimon? Right. I wonder how much time has passed in reality.
Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, if you see Vache, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
Oh snap, what the heck? Wait, what's happening? What? What did we wake up to? Man, look at these guys, man. The freaking, dude, the freaking servants, the butlers. Oh man, I wish they were like just, like even if there were like some, like part of the attack animation where they just pop in for Navia. That would have been so cool.
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex.
What the heck?
Chlorand?
Okay, I thought she was leading it. Oh man, she's so cool. She kinda has that like Darth Vader type walk. Dude, look how cool she is, my gosh. I'm so glad that I pulled for her. Because I had a feeling I would like her a lot. Dang, dude. Dang, dude. They are so cool. Especially her, man. Chlorind?
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
She'll explain that in the next video. Dang, I ended on the cutscene here, and that means I can't really go to farming just yet. So I want to end an episode where I can, not be in a cutscene so I can farm. It's just, it also, I could just, do a cut in the next video, but I'm just so lazy with editing, man. I don't feel like editing in the middle of the video. I just want to be straightforward. Anyway, guys, yeah, next time we'll hear the explanation. So yeah, that'll be for now, guys. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good